What bothers you about each family member?
What bothers me most about Joe is sometimes listening to him eat. That bothers me. Like how he'll just get right up and go to the kitchen and get food, and I'll hear him like eating or crunching in my ear. Like that can bother me. And sometimes what bothers me most is his temper. How he just is so quick to react, like to the smallest thing. And driving with him. When you drive with him, like everyone on the road's his enemy. That really bothers me. What bothers me about Alexa is that she sometimes crosses her boundaries. Like she doesn't draw boundaries with people. Like she attacks. She's relentless when she attacks you. Like she doesn't hold anything back. And it bothers me, but I know at the same time for a girl to be able to go after something like that, it's probably a good thing. What bothers me the most about Aniston is her moodiness, and sometimes she's pessimistic, and that I think, you know, the glass half empty, that kind of bothers me. And about Adrienne, what bothers me about Adrienne is how she's probably always on Facebook. That bothers me, and like I feel like she's got too much going on, and she doesn't focus enough attention on like her responsibilities sometimes.
What do you fight about?
We fight about the hairspray, taking each other's razors, leaving the cap off the toothpaste, taking my makeup and my hairbrush. We fight about clothes. We fight about laundry, who's going to clean what, who's going to clean the kitchen. We fight about what we're having for dinner. We fight about who's going to pick up the dog crap that's in the floor, who's going to mop the floor. We fight about if I take one daughter out to dinner, we go shopping. We fight about it's unfair that one gets to have something and the other one doesn't. We fight about pretty much anything and everything.
What makes you scream at them? What makes you scream at them?
What makes me scream at them? Well, when they're arguing and bickering and calling each other names, like I hate the word stupid. I hate when they call each other stupid. That really bothers me. Not being responsible and like folding their clothes and putting them away. Whenever they're on Facebook too long, the computer, like using the computer and not getting off. When they stay up too late and they don't go to bed on time, that makes me scream. Not cleaning their room, that's really irritating. Eating cereal or stuff in the living room, like that, I scream about that. Mostly just the number one thing I scream about is like, sometimes I scream at them for not understanding the idea of like they want all these things and they think all these things are going to make them happy, and it's hard to get through to them that, you know, no matter what you have materially, you're not going to be happy. So that's pretty much it.
What grosses you out about them?
What grosses me out about Joe is the way he eats sometimes, and that he leaves the cap off the toothpaste, and how dirty his like bathroom drawers get, and that he doesn't like cleaning that up, and sometimes his closet, even though mine's dirty sometimes too. What grosses me out about Alexa is I don't really like the smell of her perfume sometimes. That kind of like bothers me. And she has her room like so dirty. That really bugs me. And that she just leaves her dirty underwear laying around for the dogs to chew on. That grosses me out. Aniston, what grosses me out about Aniston is probably, her farts gross me out. They smell really bad. And so, but she doesn't do it as much as she used to, but yeah, that grosses me out about Aniston. Adrienne, what grosses me out about Adrienne is probably her messiness, just like, and the fact that she talks to like these boys that I really don't like. That bugs me and grosses me out.
Good answer. What do you laugh about? Spill the beans.
We laugh a lot about Joe. He does a lot of funny stuff. We laugh at our neighbor's dog. They have some pretty funny dogs. They're hyper, and one of them tries to attack anything and everything. We laugh about, like, a lot of times we make jokes about people and things that are going on. Like, we'll take a situation that's maybe not funny to someone else. We laugh about movies. Like, Joe has a habit of picking a really funny part of a movie and rewinding it like 20 times, and each time for some reason it just gets funnier. We laugh pretty much. We pretty much can take anything that's not funny and make it funny. We like to watch comedians on TV. Like, all of us have a favorite comedian, and Joe is really funny. I mean, I think his laughter or his humor is what really pulls us together when we're all stressed out, because he can take a time where really there's not anything funny going on and make it funny.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any funny extended family, neighbors, best friends, or coworkers that are always around? Do they seem to hang around, eat your food, and never leave?
My brother is pretty funny. He's around all the time. He's from Alabama. He's a country boy. He complains a lot. We always listen to him complain about his girlfriends and about his child support. And yeah, he comes over and he goes through the cabinets and always sees if we have food. And a lot of times though, he'll like bring food over too, but he comes over a lot. And then Alexa and all her friends are here usually. Like, she has friends in the neighborhood, and girlfriends that always come over. And I do complain about that sometimes, because then it just feels like your house isn't always, it's like always full of people, and you know, it's like, okay, I'm tired, can they go home? Aniston, her friends are starting to come over more, I guess, now that she's getting older. My neighbor, their sons are always over here, Gage and Pierce. And yeah, kids are always, it's like a revolving door. I would say that my house is the place where people come, and then my parents come, and my mom comes and stays a lot, and goes and does things with the girls. She's pretty funny. She's from Alabama too, so their southern accent alone cracks you up. And she loves to shop. She's a shopaholic. She's the type of person that she gets fixated on one idea, or she thinks of like this one thing she has to have, and she gets so obsessed with it until she gets it, and then she moves on to the next thing. But she's also like a very warm, loving, caring person. Like, her energy, just when she's here, she makes the house feel good. And then Nana is my cleaning lady who comes every Friday, and she believes in witches and really cool stuff that most people don't talk about. So I get to like practice my Spanish and talk to Nana every Friday, and we talk about spiritual and metaphysical things that aren't really always accepted everywhere else. So that's pretty cool.
How would you describe your family? What is your family's background?
I would describe my family as unconventional, mainly because I'm from Alabama, and Joe, although he's from Texas, he's from a Mexican background. His family's Hispanic. And so we come from very different cultural backgrounds. He is from a really big family, and I grew up in a single parent household with just my mom and me. And just the dynamics of that coming together, it can be chaotic. I would say we're different. I mean, we've never actually gotten married. We've lived together for 18 years, and that really leads to a lot of interesting conversation in this area where we live. I would describe us as very eclectic, open-minded. We always agree to disagree on things, but everybody has their own opinion, and no one's afraid to express that opinion. We're very expressive. We don't really hold anything back.
Can you recall a time your family has experienced any hardships? Have you overcome them? How has this inspired your family to keep moving?
We've had hardships, 18 years. Yes, there are going to be hardships. When my daughter Adrienne was born, she developed pneumonia, and that was pretty scary. She was sick for about 2 months, and that was, for me, the most traumatic thing, because having a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old,